Okay, we transition. There we are. Hello. We're here now for the last game that I'll cover for tonight. It is, of course, arguably the biggest match of the season. It is, of course, the Melbourne Storm versus the Penrith Panthers. In a game that should be arguably either one of the most competitive games of the season or another one of these games that get ever so hyped up but then just become into massive whitewashes, which is probably what I think will happen tonight. But, yes, so we will go into it very shortly. The lineups, the game starts in about 10 minutes time. So if we go into the lineup, so first off we're going to get off to the Melbourne Storm. Got Nico Hines at fullback. You got Iramia and Addo Carr on the wings. Remus Smith and Justin Olam in the centres. You got Munster at 5'8" and Hughes at halfback. You got Jesse Bromwich, Brandon Smith and Christian Welch at the prop hooker prop. And you got Kafusi and Kenny Bromwich in the second row and Dale Finucane at lock. You got Lewis Pappenhausen, Harry Grant and Jordan Grant in the interchange, and you got Moriola as the sole reserve. And for the Penrith Panthers, you got Dylan Edwards at fullback. You got Staines and Jennings on the wings. You got Crichton and Naden in the centres. You've got Burton at 5'8", Luai at halfback, Moses Leatra, Kenny and Martin at the prop hooker props. You got Kickout and Capewell in the centre in the second row, and Eisenhoof at lock. You got Targo Sorensen, Lenium and Hopgood in the interchange, and Momborovsky and Salmon in the reserves. So, obviously, says without saying, biggest game of the season for both teams. This match could very much well decide who gets the minor premiership very easily. Just checking to see. There we are. Which team is Nico Hines moving to? That would be the Sharks, if I remember. I'll just check. Yeah, it's the Sharks. So we're looking at the poll as we are about 6 minutes away from the game being kicked off. If we look at the poll, it is currently, with the four, it is a 3-to-1 ratio for the Melbourne Storm to come out on top. And for those who haven't noticed, what happened is the Newcastle Knights have picked up the win earlier today against the Canberra Raiders. It was a very the match that did get a bit slow right near the end, but it became evidently clear that the game was over. But yeah, so I don't know, if I was to go for a prediction, I'd probably say the Storm, because it's pretty much like a full-strength Storm team who have been just rolling teams throughout the league. So it'd be pretty odd to go against that, so I'm going for the Storm. But yeah, so I'm just actually going to check to see if everything in the stream is running according to plan. Just making everything so sure, just to make sure that everything is running smoothly. Just looking at myself. Yep, okay, I'm looking at myself and everything is working. There we are. Calmly as you like. It is all going to plan. So, as far as I'm concerned, because there is a between third and fourth, there's a 4-point gap. Then the team that's coming in third place is the South Sydney Rabbitohs, who do also play later tonight. If South win, then that gap goes to 6 points, 3 games, meaning that the only way the team that in fourth place, which is Parramatta, can overtake them is Parramatta the Rabbitohs need to lose 3 out of their next 5 matches. Oh no, no. All they need is actually they need South Sydney to just collapse. That's what they need to happen. So yeah, that is the okay, yeah. Just making everything's okay. We're just waiting. Still got 4 minutes remaining. Apparently, it turns out it is also it is retro round, so didn't know about that. Just shows how good the NRL is. It's notifying these kind of things. It's just God's sake, it's taken forever for fuck's sake. As we are pretty much close away for this match, having and close out the poll. According to everyone, it is going to be a Melbourne Storm victory as the overall adjudication of how this match will go. If my mic is working, everything. Showing me playing, it just takes forever with all these fucking ads. But hey, at least they go away. Any time now, the game will start. Just at any minute, the game will kick off. Yep, so here we go. So this, of course, it is also the grand final rematch from last year, and this also... So, oh, that's big news. As Pappenhausen has re-signed. As the Penrith Panthers now walk out onto the field. That's a big game for the Storm, with Pappenhausen re-signing because of the amount of influx of players that are not influx, but like, you know, Nico Hines and Addo Carr moving, and there's apparently Brandon Smith may move as well. So the way it's looking, it looks like the Penrith Panthers will be receiving the ball, so the Storm will be running that way and kicking off, and the Melbourne Storm now come out onto the field now. Probably the most hyped game of the season, but I feel like because of these hyped games usually end up in big drubbings, who knows what will happen. First versus second. Whoever wins goes 2 points clear. And hello everybody who is, Yasuki, Spectre, Frenchie. and him short. So the Melbourne Storm will be kicking off. They'll be kicking to... They'll be going that way. So, who will win? Who will get the edge? As of course, Penrith got the edge in the earlier game of the season. So here we go. The Storm have kicked off, and we are underway for the grand final rematch. So it's going to be... As Penrith have got the ball, it's going to be a tackle. And it'll be on the 20 for the first tackle. Now the second tackle now. $1.25 for the Storm is the current odds. Storm, of course, being heavy favourites with their momentum, of course. Not exactly shocking. So this will be the third tackle now for Penrith as they're on their 30. And now that's the number 8. That is Moses Leota now making it to the 40. Still inside of the Penrith half for the fourth tackle. And now that's the number 10. That is Liam Martin. He will get held up on halfway for the last tackle. And there's the kick there by Penrith. Oh, it's a knock on there by the Storm. That's a big, big thing. It is Iramea who has taken the pressure from the kick and has knocked it on. And now Penrith will have a scrum and a set of 6, 10 metres away from the try line. He turned away from the ball and it's accidentally popped out. And Penrith have a big chance to get first points on the board. So, it was the kick from Burton. Luai will take the scrum. And now scrum now, Luai. Oh, it's a 2-on-1. It's a bit of a flick pass. And Penrith and Addo Carr just drags Staines out of the field. And now the Storm immediately get the ball back there. That's experience there from Addo Carr from the Fox. So the scrum beat there. They play pass to Luai. He gets a flick pass off to Staines. And Addo Carr just picks him up from the jersey and drags him out. Who do I think will win? I think the... if I was to put a bet, I'd probably say Melbourne would win. Then again, a lot of people thought that last time, and Penrith ended up coming to the wing now. To number 12, that's Kenny Bromwich now makes it to the 30 for the second tackle. And now that's Finucane. Gets to the 40 for the third tackle. Oh, a bit of a clutch there with Christian Welch. And Welch gets brought down on halfway for the fourth tackle. Jerome Hughes now with the ball, and that's a bit of a high shot there. But it's not going to be played at. So 45 metres over the try and last tackle, and there's the kick from Munster. Oh, and almost a knock on there by Dylan Edwards. And Edwards will get brought down on the 20 for the first tackle for Penrith. And now that's I believe that's Leota now getting the second tackle. Gets it to the 30. Now that's number 11, that is Kickow. Getting to the 45 for the third tackle. And now Penrith will enter the Storm half. That's number 15, that is Sorensen. To the fourth tackle, 40 metres away from the try line. Now Luai will get a pass off. It's last tackle now for Penrith, 35 metres away from the try line. Down the short side, Luai changes it around to Burton. It's a kick high up into the air. And it's taken by Penrith. Trying to be forced back. And it's now Kafusi who picks it up and almost goes blitzing away. But will get brought down on the 30 for the first tackle for the Storm. Now here's the second tackle. That is Iramira, who gets to the 35 for the second tackle for the Storm. Munster now. Munster trying to get an offload off, but he won't, and he'll be held back on the 30 for the third tackle. And it's number 8, that's Jesse Bromwich. Gets it to the 40 for the fourth tackle. Still inside of the Storm's half. They're going to go down the left side now. Munster off to Hines. And they've got numbers here. There's a breakthrough gap. It gives it off to Addo-Carr. Addo-Carr goes for a kick infield. The bounce will favour him. The number 4, Olam, who gets a pass off, and Hughes gets slammed to the ground by Burton. And now it's last tackle for the Storm. Munster now with a kick. It's into the air, and it's going to be taken calmly there by Penrith. But an infield kick there falls to Olam, who gets wrapped around but breaks free, but tries to pass it off. But the player he passed it off to, because I couldn't figure out who it was, gets absolutely slammed. It was Jerome Hughes. Gets absolutely slammed by Burton. And now Penrith have the ball. What an exciting first bit of play there. It's a number 10. That is Liam Martin now. 45 metres away from the try line for the third tackle. And it's a penalty to Penrith for a, I believe it's a neck pressure, I believe is the reason, if it's that. It's like a bit of a neck crank. So Penrith will have a kick into touch. Since when the fuck does everybody around here drive fucking motorcycles? I swear to God. So this Penrith will get the ball 30 metres away from the try line, a full set of 6 here. And here's number 10, that is Liam Martin. Now 20 metres away from the try line for the first tackle. You're going to go down to the right side. Here's Luai. They give it off to to Leota, sorry. 15 metres away from the try line now, Penrith. Now it's Luai. Gives it off to Burton. Burton tries to get a pass off to Kickow. But it's an off Melbourne. They're saying it came off Melbourne hands. So it's a knock on by Penrith. So Melbourne will get the ball back. The thing is, though, the Penrith are deciding not to challenge, and if I think they did, there might have definitely been a case for Penrith winning that challenge as well. But no, the Melbourne Storm will get the ball 15 metres away from the try line, from the on their line. Sorry, as Olam now will get brought down for the first tackle for the Storm. So Kenny Bromwich now, the number 12. They're going to go down the side now. And Jerome Hughes has broken through here. He's going to break through. It's Kafusi. Not one of the players who really exactly wanted the foot race there, but he'll get brought down 40 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. Now Nico Hines gives it off to Munster. Munster goes for a grubber kick to Addo-Carr. Will the bounce favour him? No, it won't. And Stain will knock it over. So, whose ball is it? A very close opportunity there. Very big chance there for the... 2 big chances there for Melbourne to score. Munster gets the grubber kick, sees Addo-Carr's there, but the bounce does not favour him at all. And it will be Melbourne ball. So there is the first tackle. Brett Smith gets down the line. And it's going to be a bit of a high shot there on Christian Welch. It's going to be a penalty to Melbourne. I feel like this will be low scoring. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised actually. So Brandon Smith with the ball. You go for the tap here, surely. And he will. So here's the first tackle now for Melbourne. 5 minutes away from the try line. And they kick it off to Hughes. Now to Munster. To Olam. And Olam will get brought down 5 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. Now Munster. Munster dummies and it keeps going. And now that's Christian Welch. And Welch will hold on to the ball. And get brought down 5 metres away again now for the third tackle. Smith gets it off to Hughes. And they've got numbers on the side here. The number 3. Remus Smith should have passed it to Eremia. But hang on, they're saying Remus Smith has gotten over. Did he score that? Oh, the Knights game was good. I don't even know what's going on. I just found your channel. I find it sort of interesting. Thanks. Hi, I'm Shop. So Smith gets brought down. The ball doesn't hit the ground, so it's all momentum. Does his right hand hit the ground and seeing if he grounds? No, it doesn't. So it's play on. Does he ground it? He does. That's a try. And that's a try to the Melbourne Storm there. Did you get Bray Wyatt get fired? Yes, I did. I think it's a bit ridiculous at this stage. At why WWE just start letting people go. So it's over the line. Remus Smith grounds the ball. So just like that, it is 4-0 to the Melbourne Storm. So there it is. It is a try to the Storm. So as we're now under 10 minutes gone now in this matchup. But they sign Eva Marie. Yeah. I just feel like if Remus Smith just scored there, that Eremia would have just... It would have been an easy try for Eremia to score. So great special awareness there by Remus Smith, getting his 13th try this season. And it's put the Melbourne Storm 4-0 up against the Penrith Panthers. Pass out to Hughes, and Remus Smith steps over. Got to pass it here, it would have been a lot more simpler. What are all those noises? Oh, it's got the length, Nico Hines. It's just short. It actually goes wide. So we'll remain 4-0, 11 minutes gone into this matchup. I have no idea. So the kickoff here coming from Penrith now is... Why are they stopping the timer? There's 11 minutes gone, mate. Like, why you need to stop the time? Oh, Munster almost knocking it on there. But he does pick up the ball and he gets brought down on the 20 for the first tackle. There's him and Luai looking to get into a little bit of a spat there. Everyone knows about... not exactly a lot of love between Luai and Munster, especially from Origin. As they're taking over the stop. Brandon Smith now. Will get brought down on halfway for the fourth tackle, but it's going to be a set restart for to the Storm. Number 10, that is Welsh, is now 40 metres away from the try line. Kafusi now has gotten the ball. And the post-contact meters, it will be 35 metres away for the try line for the third tackle. Now Hughes gets it off to Finucane. And Finucane's now 25 metres away from the try line. Now Jesse Bromwich to Munster. Inside for Hines. It'll get brought down 20 metres away from the try line. Last tackle for the Melbourne Storm. They get on the short side. Munster. Pass to Olam. Flick pass to Addo-Carr. Addo-Carr kicks to the other side. It's tapped up. And that's going to be a try to Melbourne. Isaiah Ramirez scored. Yep, and the referee's blowing the whistle. It's out 8-0 to the Melbourne Storm. A brilliant kick there from Adokar. So Munster gets a pass off to Oldham. He gets a flick pass back to Adokar. And then Adokar kicks it up in the air. No one grabs it, bounces. Aramira picks it up and just dives over the line. And it's now 8-0 with a kick to come to the Melbourne Storm. Oh, hang on, Nico Hines is he's limping a little bit. So it's going to be Cameron Munster who's going to be taking the kick here. Just in the audio stopped for a few seconds. Yeah, I just saw a little bit of lag there. Yeah, maybe. Sometimes it does happen, but like the internet just like does little stuff for it a little bit. And the conversion apparently has gone through. Yeah, Munster takes the kick. So 14 minutes gone. It's 10-0 to the Melbourne Storm. Question being, is Nico Hines okay? So here's the kickoff. Restarting play here from Penrith. Takes a bounce. It'll be picked up here by the number 8 of Jesse Bromwich, who will get brought down 5 metres away from the try line. Who scored? That was Aramira, who is the number 2 for the Melbourne Storm. Who was the guy who got the second try. That's a pass there. It's number 12. That is Kenny Bromwich. As they're now 25 on their 25 now for the third tackle. Now here's Christian Welch. Gets the 35 for the fourth tackle. And it's an early kick. It's an attempted 40-20 here by the Melbourne Storm. But the bounce won't work in their favour as it's going to be picked up here by Dylan Edwards. And Edwards gets the pass off to, I believe, is Jennings. He gets to the 25 for the first tackle. Now kick out. Kiko now gets to the 30 for the second tackle. And now Dylan Edwards now. And I believe it's a set restart now. And it is for the Penrith Panthers. Capewell now gets brought down 45 metres away from the try line for the first tackle. Now number 8, that is Leota. Gets to the 35 for the second. And that's number 9, that's Kenny. Gets brought down on the 25 for the fourth tackle. No, third, sorry. Fourth tackle now, 20 metres over the try line. Now, Luai. And Luai will get brought down 10 metres away from the try line. And it's going to be a set restart on the last tackle for Penrith. I believe that was from Munster. Now 5 minutes away for the try line. First tackle for Penrith. Oh, and Penrith have lost the ball. And Kafusi with a big tackle there, forcing the error. And now the Penrith Panthers have lost the ball, and the Storm will maintain possession. As that's Iramia. Gets the 20 for the first tackle. So third tackle now for the Melbourne Storm. They're on their 40. And this will be Jesse Bromwich. Gets an offload here, as Nico Hines will now get brought down 45 metres away from the try line for the 4th tackle. Now Kenny Bromwich now gets brought down 40 metres over the try line now. Last tackle for the Melbourne Storm. And there's the kick there from Jerome Hughes. It's up in the air. It's going to take a bounce. It's still in play. Battered back by the Storm. Still play on. Munster takes a kick and it's charged down. So it's going to be a penalty to Melbourne for a tackle without the ball. And so I believe it's number 15 for Penrith, Sorensen. Looking at it a little bit worse for wear. So now 18 minutes remaining now in this first half. Oh, it's really coming across black. And they get the pass off. So now 15 metres away from the try line. The Storm will get a full set of 6 here. Now Welsh will take the first hit up. And he'll be brought down on the 10 for the first tackle. 14. Am I behind? And here gets a pass out and Aramea does score. Too easy. 14. Oh. They're going to go to video. I now know why. This game's on NBN, isn't it? So it's probably a possibility. Obstruction looking like. Hang on. Doesn't look that much in it. Doesn't look that bad. So I'm assuming because it's on Channel 9, Channel 9 will be slightly ahead. So there's a good call there by the video ref saying there wasn't any obstruction. Aramira scores. It's going to be a try. The second try to Aramira for the Melbourne Storm. It'll be 14, remain 14-0. It's going to be one of these games that get hyped up for being really competitive. Yet it's probably going to be like a 60-0 win. I'm on 9. Yeah, that would make sense. TV's always quicker than stream. Just simple as you like from the Melbourne Storm here. Just quick bit of plays. And a conversion here will make this a 16-0 lead. It's going to be a big sort. Yeah, that's what it's going to be, and there is the conversion, 16-0. Just fixing the stream back up. And there we go, kicked back off, and we are back underway. And now Jesse Bromwich will take the first hit up and will be brought onto the 15 for the first tackle. The thing is, I really don't see Penrith coming back. And now you got Dale Finucane now. He gets to the 45. No, it's a 25. What am I? I'm losing my head. It's a 25 for the third tackle. And now that's Welsh now getting to the 40 for the fourth tackle. And they go down the short side again now. Munster gets it off to Kenny Bromwich. So now 45 metres away from the try line. Last tackle. There's the kick from Jerome Hughes. It's high in the air. Then Edwards takes the catch. How do you get brought down on the 25? Yeah. Looks like I'm going to be $1 richer. In the other games I won $6, so I won $7 today. That's what it's about. Profits. So kick out now. They go to the other side here. Kick out still going, but it'll get brought down on the 40. Still inside of Penrith's half of the third tackle. So fourth tackle, Penrith now on the 45. Still inside of their own half. Now they cross into Melbourne Storm territory. And that is the number 8, Moses Leota. 45 metres away from the try line. Last tackle for Penrith. There's the kick from Luai. And it's going to fall to the 15 and it's going to be taken by Iramira. On my TV, you're like 32 seconds behind. That's normal, right? Usually. Because like you're on channel, I'm on KO, so and usually when it's like this, the Channel 9 has like the absolute live rights, and even TV will always be quicker than the stream. So yeah, it's Kafusi now. It's like $10 for the Bulldogs to win tomorrow. You never know, it might be one of those games where the Bulldogs actually get a dub, who knows. So Edwards will get brought down with the ball from that kick to get to the 20 for the first tackle. Now there's the second tackle for Penrith, now they're on their 30. Penrith just look buggered already. And there's the number 4, that is Naden. There's an interchange now for the Melbourne Storm. As that is number 19. That is Harry Grant has come on to replace, I believe it was one of the Bromwich brothers. So now there's a set restart now for Penrith. So first tackle there for Penrith, 40 metres away from the try line. Luai gets it off to Kikau, and Kikau will get brought down 30 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. Now Luai gets it off to the number 12, to Capewell, who's now 20 metres away from the try line. Third tackle. Now it's off to Burton, he's now 15 metres away from the try line. Fourth tackle. But it's going to be a penalty to Penrith. And it looks like a bit of a hand injury here. Bit of a high shot on the nose there. So here's the if it's the vibrations, that's Discord on my phone going off. So 5 minutes away of the try line now. Penrith for the first tackle. Kafusi's now on report for Melbourne. So number 13, that's Eisenhoof. Gets an offload off. Burton now gets the ball back. And Penrith will get the ball on the 20. And it's a 0 tackle, so it's now Luai gets it back to Eisenhoof, who's now 15 metres away from the try line. It's another 0. They got numbers. Oh, big tackle of Justin Olam. You can feel the reverberations all the way up to New Guinea from that. So that's the first tackle. This will be the second now. 5 metres away from the try line. Munster getting almost in every tackle now. Sorensen now held up 5 metres away for the third tackle. Luai to Burton. Burton with the grubber. Picked up by Nico Hines, but Hines will be brought down into the goal now, so it's going to be a goal line drop out to Melbourne. Big pressure here from Penrith. They need to capitalise on the try, though. So there's the kick, the goal line drop out there by Melbourne and Penrith. Ooh. First hit up there is Liam Martin on the 30 for the first tackle. Ball gets off to Luai. Eisenhoof just holding onto the ball. Now 25 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. Gonna go down the left side. Almost breaking through there, Penrith. Now third tackle, 10 metres out. Luai. Oh, just short of the line, Penrith. That was Crichton. The pass back off to Luai. They've got numbers on the left side if they can go out and use them. Kick out. Gets the passes out down to the winger. Oh, and he's tripped over and gone out. The number 5 of Jennings. That's so unfortunate there for Penrith. And the chances have gone begging. As Jerome Hughes gets up celebrating, even though he did literally nothing for that to happen. So Melbourne getting the ball back again. As now Olam gets a pass back off from the 20 to Addo-Carr with the ball. As Addo-Carr gets back to the 20. Oh, there's almost 2 high shots here, but Penrith the Storm might be through here. That's the number 19. Harry Grant breaks nearly through 3 tackles, and he gets to the 45 metres away from the try line for the third tackle. Jerome Hughes with the ball to Hines. Hines with the grubber. There's a lot of chases, but Dylan Edwards will pick the ball up and get brought down on his 5 for the first tackle. The Storm are just too good, man. It's just... So here's the second tackle now for Penrith. Muntz with a little bit of a high shot there. Gets it to the third tackle. Fourth tackle now. Penrith now on their 25. Now last tackle here for Penrith. They're on their 35. Here's a kick from Burton. It's a crossfield kick. Probably attempting the 40-20, but Addo-Carr will pick it up on the 20. And Addo-Carr will get brought down on the 35 for the first tackle. He should have hit it on... He shouldn't on Addo-Carr's side, yeah. So Nico Hines now getting to the second tackle on the 35. Now it's Olam. Gets to the 40 for the third tackle. Now Jerome Hughes gets to the 45 for the fourth tackle. Now last tackle now. The Storm are 35 metres. And it's a knock on there by Melbourne, but Finucane's... Are we going to review this? Don't think they will. So Finucane's trying to get the ball down, but Luai pushed him down, forcing a mistake, but it's not been... They're not challenging it. So Penrith will get the ball back. So he picked up on the 45 now, still inside of Penrith's half. Pappenhausen still on the bench waiting for him to come back on. And that's Jennings now. Gets to the 45 inside of Melbourne's half for the first tackle. Now here's Kickow. Gets to the 35 metres away from the try line now for the second tackle. Now that is Hopgood. Gets to the 25 for the third. Now Luai. Good bit of play there as Capewell will get brought down on the 10 for the fourth tackle. It was a high shot. It's Justin Olam. So Penrith going to take the tap. So it's interchange here for Penrith as Hopgood has come on for Sorensen. So first tackle now inside the 10. Now Luai will feed it off to Martin. Still 10 metres away for the try line now for the second tackle. Luai now kick out. Now Luai gets a pass off. Oh, the number 13 Eisenhuth just short of the line. Fourth tackle. And now... Oh, he's held up. Munster, holy shit, what a tackle. On Liam Martin trying to get the ball down, but somehow they're going to check this to see if he actually does get it down. No, there's a hand. I think that was actually another. That was Brandon Smith's hand that kept it up. But they're not seeing much. It was literally Brandon Smith's hand that kept the ball from hitting the ground. So here's the last tackle now for Penrith. And here's a grubber, and it's a wasteful grubber, and it's going to be a 20-metre restart for the Melbourne Storm. As the kick was being jockeyed by Nicho Hynes, almost batted away, but unfortunately kick out was out when he tried to jockey it in. Iramira will get the first hit up for the 0 tackle on the 25. The one thing they're not talking about is like they're talking about all Munson. Fair credit to him because he lifted him back up. And something's happened here. It's a knock on. It's a knock on by. Wait, is it? It's a penalty to Penrith. Somehow. Offside. With all the chances that Penrith have been down the other side of the field a fair amount of the time, it's not like it's just been all Melbourne. Just Penrith need to get a try. Now, Eisenhuth. And the thing about this, Melbourne are currently 16 points up, and Pappenhausen hasn't come on the field yet. And that's number 17, that's Hopgood. Now on the 10 for the second tackle. Luai. Edwards will get brought down inside the 10 now. Third tackle. Now Luai. Gets it off to Eisenhuth. Now 5 metres away from the try line. Fourth tackle. Now Luai. And Burton, it's just... They can't get passes off. Our last tackle for Penrith. Now it's a kick up in the air by Luai. It's going to be battered back. Edwards. Crichton. And it's going to go all the way back to the 25. That's surely a forward pass. But Grant has picked the ball up there. Brilliant pick there by Harry Grant now on the 35 for the first tackle. Now Munster. Is that Munster? They all look the fucking same. There's like 4 players that look exactly like Munster. Nicho Hynes almost breaking through now. He's got brought down on halfway for the third tackle. Now that's Kafusi, and it's a set restart for Melbourne. A try here for Melbourne. I feel like that'll be it. Second tackle now for the Melbourne Storm now. 30 metres away from the try line. Brandon Smith now gets 25 metres away. So it's a Attempted a ledge knock on there by Harry Grant trying to pick the ball up, but it's going to be a challenge here by Melbourne. So he tries to pick the ball up. Oh, yeah. Liam Martin, there's like some ball was picked up and Liam Martin kicks the ball when Grant's trying to pick it up. That's surely a professional challenge. It's a professional foul, isn't it? Here we go. Pappenhausen has entered the field of play. He is now on 5 minutes 45 remaining. It's a penalty to Melbourne. But the Storm will go for 2 to make it 18-point lead. But the thing is, though, surely like Grant was going to pick it up and run, but Martin kicked, like, got his foot out and kicked it. Surely that's got to be like a professional foul. So Pappenhausen is actually, his first bit of play is going to actually try to convert this penalty goal from 25 metres out to make it 18-0. So the interchange has happened. Pappenhausen is on the field and he's replacing Nico Hines, who's had a very good game so far as well. Nico Hines was limping a little bit earlier, so you don't know how much effect that has had on him. What's going on? The ref's just standing there and he's done that. What's going on? So apparently there was talks about potentially Pappenhausen might not have been allowed to make the kick because of he only just came on the field after the penalty happened, but no, they're allowing him to kick it. So here comes the kick from Pappenhausen, and it's gone through. So 4.5 minutes remaining. It is 18-0 to the Melbourne Storm, and now the Melbourne Storm have pretty much got a full team, except probably maybe Jennings. But still, Pappenhausen now get ready for some fireworks. If Melbourne get one more try here, it's over. I honestly don't see Penrith coming back. So there's the kick there by Penrith. And there's the number. There is Finucane getting the first hit up. Gets brought down on the 20 for the first tackle. Oh, it's going to be a set restart anyways. So the first tackle now be on the 25 for number 12 of Kenny Bromwich. Now it's the number 16 that is Lewis. He gets to the 30 for the second tackle. And now it's number 19, that's Harry Grant, who's gone very well off the bench so far. Now on the 40 for the third tackle. Now Kafusi gets onto halfway for the fourth tackle. Last tackle now, 35 minutes over for the try line, Melbourne. Back to Munster. There's the kick. Adekar tried to get up there, but it's been taken there by Dylan Edwards. As there's 2.5 minutes remaining on the 15. So this will be the second tackle now for Penrith. Just on their 20. Third tackle for Penrith now. They're on their 30. Here's the number 16. That is Leniu. Gets to the 40 for the fourth tackle. Now kick out. Will run straight through. Get brought down on halfway. Last tackle for Penrith. It's kick to Burton now. Burton will take the kick. And Pappenhausen will get his first hit up. And he'll get brought down on the 20 for the first tackle. As Addo Carr now gets a hit up there. Second tackle now. Just shy of the 30. And now Munster goes from dummy half, gets tackled on the 35 for the third tackle. Now Brandon Smith. And Smith will get brought down on the 45, still inside of Melbourne's half, as Addo Carr looks a little worse for wear. And now it's a number 13, that is Dale Finucane. Tries to get an offload off, but it's gone. It's Penrith's ball now, so Penrith will probably have the last set of 6 for the half, as we are now a minute remaining in this match. Hello, attaboy. So now first tackle now on the 45, still inside of Penrith's half here, as Luai runs laterally. Gets it off to Jennings, and it's attempted pass off, and it's gone out, so it's going to be a scrum feed to the Melbourne Storm right on halfway. So Melbourne will be the last people to have the ball. Do you go for a 2-point field goal? Surely. No, they don't. They just keep playing. First tackle. They're 45 metres away from the try line. Now Jerome Hughes to Munster. Gets a short pass off to Finucane. No, that wasn't Finucane. It was Bromwich. It's a sloppy play of the ball there by the Storm. But there goes the siren. It is half time between the Melbourne Storm and the Penrith Panthers, and it remains 18-0. Very interesting. Very interesting bit of play there. Yeah, one thing I do need to do, because I actually really need to go to the toilet, so I'm actually going to transition to like the halftime screen, but I will be back within like 5 minutes. Just got to go. I don't just want you don't exactly want to see like an empty screen. So we'll be back in like 5 minutes. We'll be back for the so yeah, I'll see you then. Sorry, I had audio input capture muted. But apparently Emma McCoward, she's won like 4 gold medals so far this Olympics, and she's like, someone's reading this. Imagine not being able to be interviewed after winning a gold medal because you have to go collect a different gold medal. Like, what an absolute champion. So we still got like a little bit till the start of the second half, and then after this that'll be it for tonight, because like I've got to work to get some money. You know, life's like a sandwich, the bread comes first, you know, kind of thing. Honestly, I'm always hoping to get like this, like at least like enough so I can actually cover UFC 265, and I think I've been actually thinking for the last couple of weeks about doing a UFC event, or hell, even like other sports, like from the straw poll, because I put a poll up about what other sports I should do. Rugby Union 1 from the top one. But I wouldn't mind doing some like UFC, maybe even some WWE. I know it's not technically a sport, but you never know. What's something out there? They're starting to get a little bit dark at the moment, but we keep it going. Actually, what I might do, just fixing something up quickly. Okay, sweet, we're all good. Just basically, I do think, honestly, if we were to make a prediction, I think Penrith are going to get held scoreless. I honestly think that's what's going to happen. Just not looking too great. Okay, I think we might be back.
18-0 at half-time, and 2 of the 3 tries go to the local junior Dean Aramai in what is his first career double as an NRL player.
Surely the game goes back. Okay, now I keep hearing these fucking like. Come on, they still haven't even gotten to the second half yet. Come on.
That's no disrespect to Melbourne. Melbourne have been the better side, but Melbourne got 18 points better. I can't see Penrith making up the 18 points. I really can't. As good as they can play in the second half.
Yep, so Penrith now coming back onto the field now. Getting ready now for the second half. Pretty much what my plans of is after this stream is basically getting my stuff ready and then heading to work. Well, this is a bit slow. Yeah, it always is. It's a bit slow between like when it comes to like during the whole halftime stuff. But now the Storm now coming back onto the field. We're almost ready for the second half. As long as we don't get too many stoppages, we should be okay. Where are you working? Okay, so I'm going to let you... So basically, it's not really much of a job, but I work as a menu log driver. So basically, I get to kind of select, like, where I'm going. So I'm going to, I'm basically just going to, like, Newcastle and all that. Can we see it on the TV, please? Unfortunately, Attaboy, I can't show the game, but I believe because this game's on Channel 9, you can create like a 9 Now account and you should be able to watch it there, I believe. I guess that's a job. Yeah, it's like something to get the money in whilst being a uni student. So currently at the moment, the Melbourne Storm are now at 15 consecutive wins. So all in, if they get one, that's 16. Then they'll need two more to tie it, two more to tie second and third, and then 4 more to top least. It could be very much possible. As the Australia's game has kicked off, the Storm now with the ball. So fourth, last tackle now, just short of the 40, Monster with the kick. What am I studying? I'm studying currently doing a bridging course, which it's kind of like a year 13 sort of thing, and I want for me to get into Bachelor Communications, which is like, you know, broadcasting, film, stuff like that. So second tackle now for Penrith as they get to, this will be the third now as they get to halfway. They go down to the side, it's the number 16 that is Leniu. Now 40 metres away from the try line for the fourth tackle. Penrith desperately need a try in these first 10 minutes to come back into it. As Kikau now will get brought down 25 metres away from the try line, but it's a knock on against Penrith. It's not looking good. I feel like if Melbourne score, it all depends on who gets the first try. If it's the Storm, I feel it'll be pretty much game over for the Panthers. So here's the first tackle. It's Justin Olam. Gets to the 40 inside the Storm half now. Now Pappenhausen breaks one, breaks two, almost running away with, and he'll get brought down 40 metres away from the try line. Pappenhausen are making immediate effect coming back into the game. That's number 16. That is Chris Lewis. Gets to 35 metres away from the try line. Now Hughes, almost a breakthrough there for Kafusi. 25 metres away from the try line. Fourth tackle for the Storm. Finucane now. 5 metres away from the try line. Last tackles. Last tackle for the Storm. Smith to Hughes. Goes for a grubber. But Penrith have gotten the ball and be brought back to be on the 10 for the first tackle. Have Panthers already been broken? I wouldn't say not yet, but I feel like they might get broken. So now Penrith now on their 30 for the second tackle. That's the number 11. No, it's a 17. That's Hopgood. Hopgood gets to the 35 for the third tackle. Now they're going to go down to the right side as Luai runs laterally. Sees a pass to Burton. Burton's through here. He's looking for support. And Pappenhausen wraps him up 25 metres away from the try line. Fourth tackle. Now Luai to Kikau. Kikau tries to go himself and he's now 5 metres away from the try line. Last tackle here for Penrith. Luai gets it off to Burton. Burton goes for a kick. It's going to take a bit of a dodgy bounce. Addo-Carr. He's still going, but he's going to be held up in the goal mouth. Good on you for following your dreams. Checking out for now. Catch you at the post-match review. It'll be a pretty short review, to be honest. But it'll just be, oh, Penrith. Storm will just do good. But yeah, thanks for checking out, man. Fucking hell. So here's the goal line dropout here by Pappenhausen. That's the number 16, that is Leniu, who gets to 25 metres away from the try line for the first tackle for Penrith. That's number 9, that is Kenny. He's now 10 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. Luai. They're going down to the right side. As Crichton. He's now 5 metres away from the try line. Third tackle. Luai. Could go try to go down the left, but they've gone down centrally. And now fourth tackle. 10 metres away. Burton. Goes all the way to the top to the number 4 of Naden. But he'll get brought down by Irarima. Now last tackle. It's a high kick here. It's taking a bounce. It's going to be picked up by Olam. And Olam will be brought down on the 10. If the Storm doesn't win here. If Storm get the first try of the second half, it'll pretty much be near impossible for the Storm to come back. Penrith to come back, not the Storm. So now, third tackle now for the Melbourne Storm. They're on the 25. This now they'll be the fourth tackle. They're on their 30 now. Because it's basically Melbourne just trying to suck it in. A bit of a breather as the lead. That's Finucane. He gets to the 40. Now last tackle for the Storm. Hughes now potentially going for a 40-20 here, but it's gone out on the full. So the Penrith will get the ball all the way back at the Storm 40. The intention was there. Just picked up too much wind. So it's just picked up too much at the wrong places. Now that's number 16. That's Leniu who gets the ball on the 35 metres away from the try line. The first tackle. Now Luai. He's off to Burton. Now to kick out. Tries to get a floating pass back to Naden. Naden picks him up on the 35. He's running laterally. And Naden will get brought down on the 30 for the second tackle. It's Eisenhoof now. He's now 20 metres away from the try line. Now they're going to go down the right side. Luai. They've got numbers here. Back inside now. 10 metres over the try line now. Fourth tackle for Penrith. Luai. Burton. Burton goes for a grubber. Hughes can pick it up here, and he will. And Burton will tackle him and gets on the 25 for the first tackle for Melbourne. And that's going to be a penalty to the Storm because Burton couldn't let go in time. Thing is, though, there's a lot of it's a good job by Penrith to get the pressure on the Storm, but it's just not hard enough. So Storm will pick up the ball on halfway for a full set of 6 from the penalty. Not related to this, but geez, Emma McKeon is actually amazing. Yeah, holy shit, she's actually fucking brilliant. Like, apparently she's got like the most gold medals out of one person in the Olympics for Australia. So Kafusi's able to hold on to the ball there somehow. Second tackle, they're 35 metres away from the try line of the Storm. Now Brandon Smith gets to the 25 for the third. Now Pappenhausen gets a pass off to the number 11 of Kafusi. And Kafusi's now 10 metres away from the try line. Fourth tackle. Down the side, Pappenhausen. Now to Grant. Now to Hughes. Gets it off to Jesse Bromwich. And Bromwich will be held up. 10 metres away now. Last tackle for the Storm. Down the side, Munster. Gets it off down the line to grubber from Kenny Bromwich. It's gone out. But it's last touched Melbourne. So the Penrith Panthers have dodged the bullet there and they will maintain possession. As we are now officially 10 minutes gone in the second half. That's the first tackle for Penrith is on their 20. Now kick out. Will take a hit up and will get brought down on the 30 for the second tackle. Now they're going to go down the far side here. And it's be third tackle. They're on the 40 now. So halfway now, fourth tackle for Penrith. Burton now goes for an early kick. It's a high bomb. And it's picked up by Iramia, who runs laterally. And he'll get brought down on the Storm 20 for the first tackle. Now that's Justin Olam now. Gets to the 25 for the second tackle. Now Munster will get brought down on the 40 for the third tackle. Jesse Bromwich now tries to get an offload off. It has gone back and the Storm have picked up the ball as Bromwich has come on to replace Chris Lewis. This will be the fourth tackle now for the Storm. Hughes gets it off to Kafusi, and Kafusi will get brought down on halfway. Last tackle here for the Melbourne Storm. Kick high in the air for Munster. It's a one-on-one. It's a brilliant take there by the number 2 of Staines. On the 15. Almost a knock on there for the Penrith Panthers on their 10. But they have been dragged back to the 10 for the second tackle. Third tackle now for Penrith as they're on their 15. Now the Storm's defence really starting to come in and make an effect here. Oh, and just like that, just as I say it, Penrith have knocked it on. The Storm now have the ball 20 metres away from the try line and a full set of 6 ahead of them. Now that's the number 12. That is Kenny Bromwich now. 15 metres away. First tackle. Justin Olam tries to go himself to the corner, but gets held up. This will be the second tackle. Munster gets it off to Grant. Now to Hughes. Now to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen dummies, but he will get held up and brought down on the 15 for the third tackle. Now Brandon Smith now takes a run straight and gets brought down 5 metres away from the try line. Now to Hughes. Gets it off to Jesse Bromwich. Easy as you like. And it's another try to the Melbourne Storm. And now it's 22 points to nil with a kick to come. But the kick will be right in front, so it'll be 24-0. And it does look like it's ever getting closer for another win for the Melbourne Storm and securing themselves in front. Do I support any specific team? I do. I support the Newcastle Knights, who just got a fairly surmountable dub over the Canberra Raiders earlier today. Just easy passes. That's the one thing. If you can do the basics really well, you can always rely on them to come into these situations. And you just get the power of Coke Man, Jesse Bromwich. So Jesse Bromwich, it is his first try of the season. Simple flat pass there by Jerome Hughes. I know he doesn't get talked about that much often, but Jerome Hughes definitely, I'd say, is probably halfback of the year. He's fantastic at setting up plays. Well, you got a team that's obviously star-studded by players like Pappenhausen, Olam, Addo Carr, Nico Hines and stuff like that. Players like Jerome Hughes do get overlooked, but he's a fantastic player. There's the kick there by Pappenhausen, and it's now 24 points to nil with 25 minutes remaining. If you were to tell me that early on in this season when the Penrith Panthers got that win that this result would happen in the latter stages, I would have told you that you're an idiot and slapped you. But, by the way it's looking... So now Storm get the first tackle inside their 10. And that is... That's number 20. That is Jordan Grant. He's getting some run time. It's Finucane now, just shy of the 20 for the third tackle. Now that's number 19. That is Harry Grant. Gets to the 30 for the fourth tackle. Jerome Hughes, Gafusi, Pappenhausen, almost breaking through there, but a wrap up by Burton now. 40 on their 40. Last tackle. They go down the short side here, the Storm. To kick laterally. Pappenhausen tries to go for another kick. But it's been picked up by the Storm. By Panthers, sorry. So first tackle for the Penrith Panthers is on their 40. Now Luai gets it off to Liam Martin. And Martin will get brought down on the 45. Still inside of the Penrith half. Now that's the number 3. That is Crichton. Crichton gets to the 40 inside of the Storm half for the third tackle. Now it's the number 14 there. That is Targo. Gets brought down by Jerome Hughes. 30 metres over the try line now. Fourth tackle. Martin now almost breaking through there. 15 metres over the try line. Last tackle here for Penrith. Off to Luai. Goes for a grubber kick and it's... Whoa! Oh, that's touched Iramia before it went out. So it's going to be a goal line dropout. Let's have a look here. Goes up in the air. And Burton has pushed him into it. So, yep, it has made contact with Aramira and gone out. So it's a goal line dropout to Melbourne. Although it was too powerful of a goal of a grubber there by Luai. But it did curl. And now the Penrith Panthers will have another set of 6 to potentially get their first point of the match. There's the kick there by Pappenhausen. That's number 16. That is Lenny Yu. Gets the first tackle. 30 metres over the try line as there's an interchange now for the Storm. As Brandon Smith has come off and he's supposed to be replaced by Jordan Grant. So second tackle now for Penrith. 25 metres away from the try line. Eisenhoof now gets brought down 15 metres away. Third tackle. Now it's Luai. Goes down the wing here. Oh, and the pass is going down. It's Crichton. Try to get a pass off. But it looks like it's going to be a captain's challenge here. Saying if Addo Carr did play at it. Crichton is adamant that did Addo Carr touch it? It has been touched, so it's the captain challenge is successful by the Penrith Panthers, so they will get the ball back. So 10 metres away, they get a full set of 6 here, and if they want to stay in this match, they have to score here. Well, they don't exactly get a scrum. You can actually select now. So that's the number 10. That is Christian Welch. No, it's not Christian Welch. It's actually Martin in the first tackle. They've got number 12. That is Capewell. 5 metres over the try line. Second tackle. It's the number 3. I believe that's Crichton trying to go himself. Hang on, there's a Storm. Now Luai. Eisenhoof now. Will get held up. Gets an offload, however. Now Luai to Burton to Kickow. Kickow trying to go himself. But he gets held up. Holy dooly. The Storm defence. Now Burton kicks it back to Luai. Now Martin. And Martin will get held down 10 metres away from the try line. Last tackle for Penrith. Burton goes for a side grubber kick, but it's going to be too weighty and it's going to go out to a goal line drop. Not goal line drop, but a 20-metre restart. You working after this game? Yes, John, I am. Unfortunately. So there's a 20-metre tap now. That is from, I believe that's from Olam. And he get brought down number 25 for the 0 tackle. As we're now about to cross into the final 20 minutes of this match. Now it's the number 2 that is Liramai on the 35 for the first tackle. It's a ruck infringement. Set restart now for the Storm. What are you going to do for 1K? I actually don't know. That's actually a really good question. It's a penalty now to the Melbourne Storm for an offside. That's something. That's something I need to figure out. No idea. So there's the penalty there from the Storm. It'll be 30 metres away from the try line. They're going to fall set of 6. And a chance to really put this game to bed. So that's the number 20. That is Jordan Grant. He gets to the 25 for the first tackle. Oh, it's a kick over the top here. And Edwards has been tackled inside the goal. It'll be a goal line drop out to Penrith. You think Ryan Pappenhausen is good? 100%. 100%. I mean, he's arguably like the best fullback in the game. So there's the kick from Penrith for the goal line dropout. So that's number 20. I'll have to figure that out actually. So second tackle now for the Storm. They're 30 metres away from the try line. Here's Munster. Gives it off to Hughes. Hughes almost slipping through kick out. And now 25 metres away from the try line for the third tackle. Now Munster. Tries to go himself and he'll get held up 10 metres away from the try line for the fourth tackle. Oh, was Munster dumped on his head? Storm almost breaking through there. Sorry, I heard a hit. As Lewis almost went over. Now last tackle. Bromwich is on the ground. It's a kick up in the air by Munster. It's batted forward. That's surely a set restart. And it will 6 more. As Pappenhausen will get brought down 10 metres away from the try line. Bro, he's good. Watch Canberra Raiders versus Storm. Watch highlights 2020. He ran a full 80 metres to score a try himself. Bloody hell. So that's number 9. That's Harry Grant. 5 metres away from the try line. This actually is the first tackle. The previous one was a 0. So now second tackle for the Storm. They're just short of the line now. Now Munster gets it off to Hughes. Hughes almost breaking through himself, but he gets held up 5 metres away from the try line. And Harry Grant goes himself. And he has scored. Oh, there's a little bit of handbags at the moment. But Harry Grant has scored off the bench for the Melbourne Storm. Is it? Who do you think will win the premiership this year? I mean, it's the Melbourne Storms to lose. So Grant just goes himself, gets the try. What was the handbags about? Like, what happened? So some Penrith player just picks up Who was it? Some Penrith player picks like a guy just wanting to celebrate with him. Oh, he's pressing on him. It was Bromwich and Moses Leota. I don't know what Leota was doing. And then Munster gets into it. The Panthers started off well though. It's a, you do got to feel like, because you got like two big players missing as well for Penrith. You got obviously Cleary and Towo. That's a try. Here's my favourite NRL team. That would be the Newcastle Knights from the area, you know, FTA. Jerome Luai hashtag. So the try has been confirmed, as we're now less than 15 minutes away from the end of this match. It's now 28-0 with a kick to come. It should be a really simple kick to make it 30-0. This for Pappenhausen to go 3 from 3 from the night. And there it is. There's the conversion. It is 30-0 to the Melbourne Storm, with 15.5 minutes remaining in this match. Who's the best NRL player at the moment? I see you're a fan of Callum Ponga, I'm guessing. I mean, yeah, he's a fantastic player. I kind of have to like him. He's like one of the few good players we do have. So there's the kickoff there by Penrith. It's a short one. And Penrith have the Storm have gotten the ball back, score on the 40. Now it's Pappenhausen. Oh, it's a 0 tackle because it's a knock on by Penrith. So this will be the first tackle now on the 40. Probably like Josh Adokar, Carl Felt. Yeah, Adokar probably would be my for best player. The Knights have a pretty good bunch of forwards. They do. It's just sometimes they kind of just underperform a little bit, like not to their full capabilities. So now fourth tackle for Penrith. They're 35 metres away from the try line. Jesse Bromwich gives it off to Hughes. Now to I was going to say Curacao, but Kafusi. So 25 metres away from the try line. Here's a kick up in the air by Hughes. Oh, it's been picked up by Arima, and it's a try. Dylan Edwards went for the catch. He's lost it. So that should be a try to Iarima, and his third try. Okay, they're going to check this for a tackle in the air. But if this try does go through, it's going to get ugly. Can't believe that Adokar himself is moving to the Bulldogs next year. Yeah. So kick-up's in the air. The kick's fine. They're trying to see if there was a tackle in the air on Edwards. Eyes on the ball. He's going for the ball. It's play on. Then Iramira picks up the ball and he scores. It's a try. Brandon Smith tries to hit it back. Ball is live. It's picked up by Iramira. And he scores. So Iramira, there's only his first career double earlier, and he's now just got his first career hat trick. It's now 34 points to 0 to the Melbourne Storm. Anyone think that the Bulldogs might get a couple of wins next year? I think they'll get top 8. You've heard it here first. I think the Canterbury Bulldogs in 2022 will be in the top 8. You heard me. I'm not crazy. I think that I've got that mentality. And Penrith are broken. Yep, I definitely say they're broken now. The thing is, though, I kind of do hope. Hang on, how many? I'm gonna check this quickly. So bear with me. How many hours in 1,000 minutes? As the kick goes through, it's 36-0. So, okay, so 16 and 2/3 hours is 1,000 minutes. Do we do an 1,000-minute stream for hitting 1,000, like playing video games or some shit like that? Like I play like Rocket League or something like that. I think that'd be a pretty cool event for like a 1K celebration. See Broncos versus Cowboys. I did see that Broncos did get a dub. I haven't watched any highlights of it. I did see Kyle Felt celebration. Oh, but then again, people have been wanting me to play Rugby League Live, which I actually haven't. Can I join if you do? Maybe. If I do, yeah, we'll play with some subs. So Storm's run is Manly away, Raiders at home, Gold Coast, Parramatta, Sharks. I don't say home and away because they're all in Queensland. It's not like it means anything. So there was so Penrith now with the ball from that. I missed a complete full set of 6. $35-10, man, big win for Brisbane. Oh, so hang on, are they trying to get the Melbourne Storm Manly game at home in Melbourne? Oh, it's an attempted offload there by Penrith, but it's gone straight back into the hands of... It was picked up there by Remus Smith. This will be the second tackle now. That is Kathusi. Gets to the 45 for the second tackle. I have a feeling that the Storm will win 50-0. It's definitely possible. It's definitely within possibility. Fourth tackle now. 40 metres over the try line now. That's number 20. That is Jordan Grant. And now 40 metres away from the try line. Last tackle for the Melbourne Storm. It's a grubber kick there by Munster. And it's going to go out for a 20-metre restart. I think that was aiming to go out, but not past that corner post. And so now entering the last 10 minutes of this match. Just about. Aussie rules looks more fun than rugby. It does. The problem is, though, it's like, for me to call one of those games, it's just... really, it's even I don't know. Even I still don't know like much of the rules. They like a bit of a forward pass there by Penrith. But this will be the third tackle on halfway for the third. Now they've got a pass off here. Still going Penrith. Can they get, if anything, a consolation point? Question is, though, who stops Penrith? I mean, who stops the Storm? Did the Storm score again? Yeah, Iamira scored. Just basically has last tackle here for Penrith as a kick on from the 30. Looks like it's a penalty. It's a penalty to the Penrith Panthers for an obstruction by Justin Olam. So Penrith Panthers have a chance to still get some points. So 5 minutes away from the try line now, the Penrith Panthers. If someone told me the Storm were going to win by 30 plus. Burton now. Gets held up on the tenders. Nico Hines is now back on the field. Five minutes away for the try line now. Third tackle for Penrith. Now to Luai. To Burton. They get a pass over. And Penrith will get a try. The number 4, it's Naden, who gets a try with 8.5 minutes remaining in the game. So it's 36 points to 4 with a kick to come. At least they go. Yeah, at least it's not like like an actual, like. I mean, it's still a blowout, but not like a like held to 0. Well, there goes my prediction of saying that the Penrith are going to be held to 0 because they've scored a try. So 7.5 minutes remaining. They're going to take the kick. I do like this because it's just going to keep the time running down. So conversion here, almost near the sideline. And he's just missed it, Burton. So it's going to remain 36 points to 4. I know I'm not going to be covering the game, but I do actually have a multi for the Dragons Rabbitohs game. I'm just trying to remember this correctly. Latrell Mitchell, Jaden Sewer, Koala Matangi, and Cody Walker, all 4 of them to score at any time, and I will turn $1 into $39. So Panthers' next games are the Roosters, the Dragons, the Rabbitohs, the Tigers, and the Eels. Starting to sprinkle a little bit. The rain's starting to come back. Last tackle now for Penrith. They're 35 metres away from the try line. Luai with a kick over the top. Almost better bad, but it's gone forward. And now Pappenhausen will get the ball onto the 10 for the first tackles. We're now 6 minutes away from the end of this match. This will be the first tackle. The previous one was a 0 with Pappenhausen. But the first tackle will be on the 15. Oh, it's going to be a penalty now to the Melbourne Storm. Iramira's done fantastic in this match. But then again, all of the Melbourne team has done pretty good. No, Rowan, I don't. So there's the kick there. So we're now 5 minutes away from the end of this match. So the get the penalty on their 35. We're going to go down the short side now. Nico Hines now with the ball. And Hines will get brought down 45 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. And that's number 20. That's Jordan Grant, who's now 30 metres away from the try line for the third tackle. Now it's a grubber kick here by Munster. Addo Carr's chasing, but it's going to be battered away by Dylan Edwards. No, it's not Dylan Edwards. It's actually Charlie Stain. So it's going to be a goal line dropout to the Penrith Panthers. This is basically just running out the clock. I just realised Addo Carr hasn't scored a try yet. It'll be very interesting how the Storm actually do line up. Like, you already got Aramira on the wings. So what happens when, like, so you got Addo Carr, Nico Hines, both leaving. Potentially Brandon Smith apparently is rumoured to be linked to another club. Interesting how the Storm will line up for next season. So number 10 is now 15 metres away from the try line. Thoughts on the Wise game? He's been pretty solid in terms of, because he's basically been controlling the attack. He's been alright. It's the Melbourne Storm. Like, that's the best way you could really summarise this match. Third tackle now for the Munster now. We'll get brought down 15 metres away from the try line for the fourth. Remus Smith will get brought down now. 5 metres over the try line. Last tackle for the Melbourne's. Oh, still playing here over the top. That's a brilliant take there by Nader, who will be brought down just short of his own line. As there are now 3 minutes remaining in this matchup. Who do you think is the second best team in the Premiership at the moment? That should, I'd probably say, be South Sydney. I think a South Melbourne grand final, that will be one to watch. So Penrith get the ball back again. It's a set restart, so this will be their second tackle. So now got 2 minutes 20 remaining in this matchup. I was going to say, I hope you don't say Penrith. I was going to them, like, because of the ladder. I was like, oh, nah. So now 45 metres over the try line. Last tackle here for Penrith. It's a ruck infringement and a penalty. So the kick has gone out. So Penrith will have 30 metres away from the try line to basically, like, one more set to get some more points on the board to make it like 36-10. It's number 17, that is of Hopgood, now 10 metres away from the try line, second tackle. It's going to be a set restart now again for Penrith. Do you think the Knights will make the top 8? I do. They definitely can. It's a try there to Penrith. It's the number 15. It's Sorensen. He gets the try, and this will probably wrap up the rest of the match. So it will be probably 36-10 as a kick will be right in front. The squad is too strong not to. The thing is how I see with the Knights squad, it's like, on paper, we should be making like top 8, even top 6. It's just, we kind of play down to our opponents. It's kind of been what our thing is. But if they keep playing like they did against Canberra, there was still a bit of mistakes against Canberra. We definitely can. We also kind of just need results in our favour. And there's a conversion there by Penrith. And it's now 36-10 with 30 seconds remaining. 34 seconds, they've paused the time. There we are. So we've got 34 seconds remaining. It's all just going to be a kick and maybe like a couple of tackles, and that should be the end of it. Just so you know, the time has actually stopped in the actual game. This just keeps going. Will you stream again tomorrow? Yes, I should. I should be able to do both games on tomorrow, which is Bulldogs, Titans, and Manly Cronulla, I believe. So there's the kickoff. So Pappenhausen has sent it down to the ground, and Penrith tried to keep it in, but it doesn't, so the Storm will get the ball back with 20 seconds to go. I feel like if they might have left it, Penrith might have, yeah, but anyways, it's like 2 tackles. 5 seconds to go. 4, 3. They're going to go for a field goal. Pappenhausen. And he's got it. So it's going to end 37 points to 10. Are you going to stream more Olympics too? Yeah. Oh, I actually just realised. I do know that Matildas are playing their semi-final against Sweden. But I think that might clash between the last game, which is Manly Cronulla. That might be interesting. But, yep, that is the final score. 37 points to 10 to the Melbourne Storm. What channel is the football on the Olympics? I'm not sure. I use 7 Plus and just go into like Olympics football and just collect that. So I wouldn't be sure. But yeah, that's the end of the stream. Thank you very much for coming. I'm not doing the next game because I've got to work, but thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. And we'll see you all tomorrow for the 2 NRL games. And maybe over the middle of the week, we might see if there's some Olympic stuff on for the Australians. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later.